So Matt, what was your life like before you were a Christ follower?
I grew up in a Lutheran home. My mom was the church secretary. Spent a lot of time there hanging out with her, getting the word, going to church. Um, did all the things. Went to Sunday school, did VBS, and just learned our religion and learned to follow the word.
So Matt, tell me a little bit about when and how you came to faith in Jesus Christ.
Right. It started in confirmation. We wrote a paper on our beliefs and how we came to faith and how we, what we believed in. And in my paper, I wrote that I believed, in angels saving and being part of your life. And I always believed that, when you hear about people lifting cars off people, and I think, is it adrenaline or is it an angel working with that person lifting to save that person's life? And that's where my faith always started, like, can a human body do that? Or, having faith in there's angels, there's God reaching out and helping people with those type of things.
So to follow that up, today you're here to get baptized. Is there anything you want to say about declaring that you've committed your life to Christ?
Yes, today by doing baptism, I want to show my family, my friends that I'm declaring myself to Christ. I had a rough journey through my life with mental health and losing my dad, and my faith kind of broke there for a while when I lost my dad. My heart went black for the longest time, and now I'm here today to redeclare my faith and be baptized.
So tell me a little bit about what your life has been like after coming to Christ.
Since I've come back and whatnot for coming back to Christ, I'm at a lot more peace in my life, a lot more there's problems in my marriage, there's problems in life. I just hand it to God and get it off me and say, God, help me through this, help me through these processes, help me figure out how to do this through prayer and faith. And to give it to Him instead of holding it on me has helped me so much in my mental health to get better. And for the last month, for the last 2 weeks, I've probably felt the best I've felt in a long time, and it's been really helpful to give it all to Him and let Him provide and handle the stresses and show me how to handle everything else.
I'll go ahead and ask the first question. So Halie, tell me what your life was like a little bit before you were a Christ follower.
Well, I grew up going to a Christian school here in town, Samuel Lutheran, and Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church. So grew up in a Christian home and just always knowing about Jesus, but never really having that relationship, I guess, with Jesus. And then through high school, I started coming to the E-Free Church youth group, and that really opened my eyes for building more of a relationship with Jesus and God and just growing to get to know Him more. But then I went through a phase in college where it just kind of fell away or grew apart, and it wasn't until meeting Matt, I would say, that I really came back and dug deeper and got to know Jesus and God more and built more of that relationship. Not asking the question?
Okay, I'll ask it. When and how did you come to faith in Jesus Christ?
For me, there wasn't really a particular day or time that I can say this is when I decided to follow Jesus Christ. I think it was more just based off of a series of events throughout our marriage and life that I realized that it was more about just learning His Word and reading His Word and really relying on Him and having that relationship with Him and fully trusting Him, not only through the hard times, but also through the good times as well. So I think it was probably after Steve passed away that it was just a big eye-opener about how much I needed God in my life at all times and to fully trust Him and to really build that relationship. And yeah.
So I've got a follow-up. Now here you're getting baptized and declaring in front of everyone through this baptism that you committed your life to Christ and taking that next step. So tell me a little bit about why you're doing this.
Although I was baptized as an infant, over the past 2 years, I've just learned more about baptism and the meaning and coming to faith and believing before being baptized, and just baptism represents like you're giving your life to Christ and wanting to live a new life through Him or have Him live through you, and just so that is why I'm wanting to be baptized today, just as a outward expression of my belief, I guess, and just wanting to have also accountability for living a life through Jesus and hopefully impacting other people's lives through it as well.
So Halie, tell me what your life's been like after coming to Christ.
We still have our ups and downs, and like every life or even marriage, parenting, you're still going to have your struggles, but I feel like just being able to trust God fully more and actually standing behind that, knowing that He'll provide or that there is good in every circumstance that happens, and just really relying on Him not only through the hard times but also the good times, and being thankful for everything that He's provided for us, and looking back through the hardships, everything that He provided even when we couldn't see it at the time.
Very good.